Hello and welcome to another tutorial session for EOL Mobile. This is the second session in the series, and today we're going to talk about hybrid ordering. Hybrid ordering is one of the key talking points or the key features of EOL Mobile and allows for great flexibility for sample takers and consultants. But before we get into that, just by way of introduction, my name is Justin Harrison, and I'm the product manager for EOL Mobile, for Webshop, and for the EOL AgriScience sector. So, why is hybrid ordering useful? Well, ultimately, hybrid ordering was built to accommodate two different use cases. The first use case was to allow for a split ordering workflow, and the second was allow for sample taking only workflow. It's fully integrated with EOL Web, and that makes it a very powerful platform feature for EOL. So, with regards to the split ordering workflow, quite commonly in larger companies, the sample taker or consultant out in the field is not necessarily the one who defines the analysis or completes or fulfills the order. Up until now, um, sample takers have been recording this information on paper or spreadsheets, but now they can record it directly through the mobile app into the EOL web application, and it'll be available as a pending order for the person who does actually assign analysis and complete complete the ordering workflow. On the other hand, the sample taker might be the person who selects the analysis, but they might not know it for each sample at the time, or they might want to just collect samples and worry about analysis selection and order fulfillment later. So this again will allow them to do that. They will be able to record the sample details, start the order, save it as a hybrid order, and then complete it when they get back to the office through EOL Web. So we're going to have a look at these two different scenarios and going to demo them through both a mobile app and the web app, so you can see the handoff from one to the other. So this is the EOL mobile app, and if you remember from our last session on the introduction to the mobile app, this is the results screen. And this user has a number of results pending, some cancelled, as you can see from the status there. So we're just going to go and complete a hybrid order. So I'll go into orders and I click the top right hand corner there, the little plus sign to create a new order. I can select the ordering service that's been configured, the contract that's available, and then the relevant quotation, and if needs be, the project as well. So once I've got that information, I can start to add order details. So I'm just going to call this test hybrid order. Just going to give it a reference. I'm going to say, just give a quick comment. This started in EOL mobile, right? And just fill in the rest of the remaining fields. And there you go. So I've set up the main details there. Let's click save, top right hand corner, and then set up the sample. So if I had a barcodes and sample containers, for example, I could use the scan barcode to create the samples. But as I don't, I'm just going to select two and add two samples and fill in the details. So just going to put in the reference. Okay, and then copy to all samples. So when I go back to sample 2, that information should be there too. That's fine. 2, and then I'm just going to change this barcode as well. Okay, let's save that information. So once I've set up my samples, obviously I'm not familiar with what analysis is required as a sample taker, or maybe I'd prefer to go into the analysis tab and fill out this information at another time. So for now I'm done. I can click the place order button at the bottom. It says I want to send a partial order. Just click yes. Okay, so that's been successfully sent. So got it, and you can see here in the top one there, it says order sent to EOL. And so from the sample taker's perspective, that's all the information that they need. Obviously, they collect their samples and package the samples as necessary. And then, they can send off the samples to the lab. This could be done using Eurofin's field services, and you can look that up or contact us about that if you'd like. Okay, what I'm going to do now is show you how that order is then fulfilled in the EOL web. So I'll just switch over to that application now. Welcome back. So as you can see, we've transferred over to EOL web now, and we are in the pending orders screen. You save a hybrid order in EOL Mobile, it saves as a pending order, and this is how we allow for the split workflow that was previously mentioned, because anybody can pick up a pending order. So you can see here, I'm logged in under this account, and I can see the pending order that was created via the mobile application. But no matter what account I'm logged in under, I'll be able to see this order, so I can pick it up. So we're just going to go and complete the order now. First of all, I'll just click on the link here, and it'll load up the step 1 of the order, and we can details. You can see here if there's anything missing, you can fill them in, and then you go through the workflow as you would normally. The sample details should have already have been collected with the sample reference, the code, and so on. If you need to, create copies or do anything further, you can, but make a comment or whatever. But most of that work should already be done via the mobile application, and you're just in the process of completing the order. So just go on to next. So this is the analysis screen, and all the steps from here on in are pretty much the same. You'll be familiar with the user interface, but I'm just going to choose from favorites. Obviously, I could choose to search for different analysis, but for the sake of ease of this demonstration, I'm just going to use favorites. So I'm just going to select a couple here. As you can see, I can select them for all samples, or I can split them over the 2 different samples. I'm just going to select these 2 here. Seems fine. And once I've done that, I click next, and obviously I'll move on to the review. So this is the review screen, and it obviously gives you the opportunity to look at the details that you've completed. You can see the comment that I made as part of the mobile part of this order has been populated there, and you can see the name that we'd originally given it. We will have in future a source, so in one of our coming releases, you'll be able to see that this was started on the mobile application, and that'll be great from a reporting point of view going forward. But for this particular instance, that's not yet available, but it is coming. So you can see, you can just go down through your order, validate everything that you've selected, and once you're happy enough, you can hit confirm order. You're prompted then to print the order, so I'll just click on that, and you see that it gives you the relevant PDF with all of the information. I'm just going to cancel that. And you are finally pushed to finish the order. So when I click finish, that will be complete. Now that order is moved into the validated order section. You can see it here. And that's ultimately it complete. It's over with the laboratory now. It's and they will be able to pick up all of those details and then fulfill the order once they receive the sample and register the samples, etc. So that's it. I think we've clearly illustrated during this tutorial the two use cases of a split workflow and also a sample taking only workflow. I think we've also illustrated how well EOL Mobile and EOL Web sort of interact with each other and are integrated. And this is one of many use cases that we will be featuring throughout the course of these tutorials. EOL Web is a great product, and it really will be able to um, supplement your ordering experience, provide greater flexibility, and we hope that you enjoy using it. If you have any questions, you can email me at justinharrison@eurofins.ie. Um, Similarly, if you have any feedback or suggestions for other tutorials, EOL feedback@eurofins.com is also an email address you can get us to. And don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn. We'll be posting a lot of content on LinkedIn, which will have great benefit for you as a user. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next time.